Good evening, and welcome to this session of the Powerful Women of Soul Symposium. I'm going to go ahead and start welcoming you. And first of all, I want to thank you for taking time out of your evening to come and get this information and to take a step towards being able to make better choices for you and for your family and for your children. And in order to really strive to hit that path of optimal wellness, both emotionally, physically, mentally, and all the way around. And so tonight's presentation, I am super excited about. We have Jenny Marcano, who is an incredible mom and who has so much experience basically using natural holistic health solutions with her own family. And she's going to be sharing all about children's health and family health and some real practical tips that she uses in her own family. And so I recommend you get out a piece of paper and a pen, jot down some notes. Also, just so you know, the chat is open. And so definitely engage with us along the way. And if you have any questions, we'll see if we have time for Jenny to answer them at the end. And we'll try to answer any that we can throughout as well. So I appreciate your attention. And when you stay towards the end, at the end, we are going to do our giveaway. And we have a really incredible gift to give away tonight, but we'll do that in the last 5 minutes. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to Jenny so that she can share her incredible presentation with us. Jenny?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Erica. And thank you for having me tonight. I would like to begin reading something, okay, that I saw today, actually. It's something that a doctor posted. It says one in 8 children have asthma. 1 in 5 children have allergic eczema. 1 in 12 children have food allergies. 1 in 5 children have obesity. 1 in 6 children have a mental health disorder. 1 in 54 children have autism. Children with chronic conditions has increased by 400% since 1970s. It's I was like, no wonder. Actually, no wonder how the way we're living right now. So I would like to share with you some information here that I have to be able to, I think, let's say, explain better. Okay, since we're talking about supporting our children's health daily, okay, we can think of a lot of things. Talking about myself, it's kind of hard, and it's hard to try to help them, and especially since the beginning, let's say, since they're babies throughout all their ages. Now, what is our challenge? What is happening? Why is it so hard? First, as we see over there, the toxic world. And I'm not talking about just about chemicals, like, in the food. Sadly, we have chemicals in the food, deodorants, toothpaste, perfumes, anything, you can name it, right? But we're talking about even the toxic in mental health too. We have to talk about that too. Also, why is it challenging? Daily stress. All of us, even kids, they have stress at school with responsibilities, or even stuff like peer pressure, bullying, you name it too. They get stressed. The other challenge, set an example. It's not easy because we can tell them to do something, but if we don't do it, they don't know how to do it. Teach them why. That's another challenge. I learned that it was better for me to tell them why I'm doing this with you, why I'm giving this to you, instead of just do it. When you teach them why, it gets better to their brain, and they're gonna realize that it's good for them. Give them what they need. In this specifically phrase, give them what they need, I'm coming to this point. I remember one time that I was trying to give some of the supplements I give to my daughters, and they were like, "Mom, I don't want it." And I'm like, "I know you don't want it. You didn't ask me for it. I'm not asking you if you want it. I'm telling you to take it." and why. And that's where the why goes. And I explain, this is good for this, for this, for this. Maybe you don't have any problems right now, but it's good for your health. But as parents, when we take that step to please take it and make it fun. Actually, in order to do this, you have to even make it fun. I'm like, okay, you can take this. If you don't like the taste, we can make some arrangements. Take something after that, eat something after that, or maybe put something in their shaker, but we have to give them what they need. And the last one for me is to be persistent. We can, it's not easy. We get tired sometimes, and our maybe schedules, like could be like we're on time one day, sometimes we're late for another things. Maybe it's late at night, but we have to be persistent. Every day we have to take our supplements. We have to give them what they need. And I'm talking about supplements, not even talking about food. And we're gonna go ahead and to understand what can we do. What can we do now then? Talking about our challenges. Now, what can we do? First, start with you. With you, with me. Take it one step at a time. Have balance. Physical activity, nutrition, and lifestyle. So let's begin with start with you. What does it mean? We can tell our kids, as I said before, I need you to do this. You have to sit down, eat the whole plate, please. And you have to, go on the bike. We have to tell them a lot of stuff. Even we can tell them, you need to read. Because I'm going to tell you something. I've been learning throughout all this time in talking about natural health, that body and mind are connected. We have to help our bodies in both ways. That's why it's necessary to take care of ourselves in those situations. Let's say nowadays we can see all the kids with this playing, TV. There is lots of kind of games now. They don't want to go out. They don't want to read books. Most of them. I'm not saying all of them. And it's hard. So if we take the time to sit down and read a book, if we take the time to exercise, to work out, if we take the time to take a walk and to go out in nature, if we set like an example, a schedule on our bedtime, a routine. If we, I have the other picture over there with water, drink enough water. When we start doing that, and they can see two things. One, that is a routine, and they're gonna follow you. They're gonna copy you, because that's what kids do. They're gonna copy everything we do, right? And the other thing, when we start eating healthy, they're gonna learn that too. And I know that, and it's sad, to me it's sad to know that a lot of people, and even in social media, you can see maybe like eating healthy is boring. Eating healthy is just green. You're just gonna eat grass. And it is healthy, you can eat bread or you can eat carbohydrates. No. When you learn about this, different ways to get your nutrition, to get everything you need, but in a fun way. And it's not boring, let me tell you. But when we start doing it for us as adults, they're gonna follow you, they're gonna copy you. And it's gonna be easier for us to tell them, okay? To tell them what to do. Now, take it one step at a time. And when I say this, it's because changes doesn't come from one day to another. It takes time. Sometimes we need to sit down and plan something, or in other words, maybe let's start with water. Let's start with, okay, I'm gonna drink 8 bottles of water today, and just do it. You don't have to do the whole thing. You don't have to like, okay, now she said, now Jenny said that I have to do this. No, take one step at a time. When you do that, and maybe that's why I put the calendar there, because I imagine like if you set like a goal, like a date, and okay, I'm gonna try this week. I'm gonna work hard on having my water. Then okay, I did it. Write down everything. Okay, what else can I add? How about going to bed at some time? Set the time and let's work it for a week. Let's say an example for a week, and we're gonna be adding, okay, and we're gonna be adding more or less, depending of everybody's circumstances is obviously different, but those are little tips that how can we add our routines, okay, to our lives. Now, have balance. When I talk about balance, and I want to show you these pictures, is because even for us as an adults, I said before, sometimes people think that be healthy is not it at all, and that's not true. As you see, we can have cookies, we can have fruits, we can have, and when we understand very good this, it's gonna be easier for us, but it's gonna be easier to more than show our kids. It'll be like let them feel, why it has to be this way. I'm gonna tell this is the testimony, Erica. I'm gonna talk about my kids. I'm gonna tell you, personally, I love cakes. I love cookies. One of my girls, she loves cookies. She loves chocolate in every single plate. And my other girl, she loves candies. And it's hard for us to tell them like, no, you can't eat that because that's bad. You can't eat that. So what do I do here at home? What I do is, okay, you can have that, but I set like a goal during the day. Okay, you have that, you're not gonna eat any more of that. You're gonna have your drinks, their supplements, you're gonna eat this. One of them is a picky eater, I can say. So I have to prepare veggies in disguise. I have to prepare shakes in disguise, putting some stuff extra that I know that is gonna be good for them. And I can say maybe it's gonna be a disguise for little kids, but my youngest daughter, she's 12, so it's not a like disguise anymore. And I started to tell her, okay, try this, it's good for you. If you don't like it, it's okay for you. You can spit it if you want to, but you're gonna take a little by little. And that's the way I do it, because I don't wanna create in her mind like this is wrong and you can't, because that basically even affects our brain. We're not gonna have like a shock in our bodies. And we're gonna be honest, we don't go out and we're not gonna find the perfect plate when we go to our restaurants. I'm gonna tell you something else. Here at home, we don't take our family, we don't have cow milk. I haven't been taking cow milk since since my oldest daughter was born, because I saw what that did to my daughter. She was constipated all the time. So we don't take that. I can't go to a restaurant and say, no, I need almond milk. Some restaurants might have it, but not all of them. So that's why I say balance. If we go out, okay, you can have what you want to eat, but then I remember when I get home to provide them, to give them, okay, what did you eat? You need to take your enzymes, you need to take your probiotics, you need to take everything that is going to be good for your health. This is what I'm talking about, having balance. So you can give them, they can enjoy what they want, but we have to set limits. And we have to give them the other part too, what is good for them. Now, physical activity. Talking about physical activity, as adults, I love going to the gym. I love working out. Some people don't like to work out. But maybe we like to go out and go for a walk. Maybe we like to ride a bicycle. Maybe we like to dance. Maybe you like to go for a swim. Whatever you like, it's a good motivation, let's say, or it's a good thing to help our kids. Actually, I really love to dance. I am a Zumba instructor, by the way. That's why I love to dance. Even though my kids, they're like, no, mom, I don't want to dance. I pull them to dance. But you know what? All the time I'm telling them, it's not about, because this is another thing. It's sad that in this system that we live, they're like, you need to work out to be thin. And it's not about that. We need to work out because our bodies are created to work out, to move. So that's part of our health. So let's take our kids. As you see there in the pictures, let's go for hiking. Let's play. If they like some sport, if they like to swim, something. But they need to move. And remember, as for my experience, if you set an example, if you do it, they're gonna do it. Now, talking about nutrition, I'm showing here what I've been experiencing about nutrition with my kids. And not only my kids. If my family or friends are seeing this, they're gonna say, yes, she's right. When they visit me, they know that if they talk about, my girl, or I haven't gone to the bathroom for this time's day, or I have this in my eye and it's not going away, I'm like, come here. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna put this in your... And they're like, you're all the time with this. I'm like, yes. So they know me because I am taking all the time natural nutrition, all the good stuff. So what I'm showing right now, I'm gonna say it's part of what I give my girls. Look, Vertizymes. This is very good. I can't right now say all the good stuff about every product, because if not, right, Erica, we're gonna take like 10 hours.
Be here all night.
Right, it's gonna be too much. But enzymes, that's gonna work more than just the stomach, more than just enzymes. Adaptables, for everything. I can say for everything. Headaches, PMS, when they're stressed, if they're scared, headaches, I don't know. The other thing, the top four drinks. The 4 drinks to me are the core, or maybe for a lot of people, the core of your nutrition. I love them. I love the taste. Since the beginning. There are some people that they don't love it. I don't know if you like it since the beginning, Erica.
I actually, interestingly enough, I did not in the beginning. Well, specifically Vital, I did not like in the beginning. It actually, interestingly, made me gag for like 2 weeks, but
really,
my body started craving it. And now it's actually my favorite, and I probably have 4 to 5 of them a day.
Wow. But it's true. You see, but you were persistent because you knew that it was good for you. Right? So it's true. You know what I do with my kids? Those were the first things that I gave them. And I remember my mentor, one of my mentors, I think she's here. And I remember I'm like, how I'm gonna give this to them? And more, my problem was more with the youngest, since she's very picky. Because I'm like, I can't give her chocolate with this. So she told me, this is so powerful, this is so good, that you can give her just a little tiny cup. Start with that. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do that. And you know those little cups that comes with the kids medication, you know, those little things? So I prepare my drink and I serve it there, and I'm like, drink this. And I remember she was like, I don't want it. I'm like, I know you didn't ask for it. I'm not asking you if you want it. You need to take it. So that's when I started like, take it and I'll give you something else. Take it and I'll give you something else. Can you imagine how many maybe spoons are in there? It's not that much. But she started to drink it. My oldest, it was like, Mom, can I put some lemon in it? So she takes that with lemon. And it's good. To me, it's like lemonade. And you know what happens now? My youngest takes the full little bag in a cup. She doesn't like it now, but she takes it. I can say she doesn't like it, but she takes it. And I can do the same with the other things, with the other drinks, okay? With what I love about NeuroIM, I started giving them that thinking about school. Sometimes my two daughters are homeschooled, and you know how school can be sometimes overwhelming, and test and the teacher this, and I have to finish that, and mom I don't know, and this is hard. So I started to give them that, and as I said, there's a lot to say about the products, but it helps with their brain, with the focus, in classes, and it's been helping a lot. Even immune system, that's another story. Even immune system. The other things that I gave them, that I'm giving them, is longevity, right? Longevity, power, even power chi. I give them everything. The probiotics, fast track. Fast track is one of the things that I take with us everywhere, even vacations. I can't travel without fast track, without anything, but I need to take the fast tracks, because when you travel, your stomach, it's kind of, so I take that. Infatuate, since from the time I learned the good that they need, the kids, even though we have to think about this, sometimes we think, okay, they're young, they don't need it as much as us. But when you really think about it, since the system is so toxic, everything around us, they need to start build up their stronger, their immune systems, their bodies, their bones, everything. Because there's one thing we have maybe learned, that's what happened when you go to the doctor. Oh, you have this pain? Oh, we have to talk about that specific pain or organ, right? But all the diseases that we have right now is not just because came from yesterday. Oh, from one day you're like, oh, I have this problem. That's gonna begin since we're little. Over the years, carrying all this, malnourished, or let's say not good nutrition, even when you're healthy, we have to be careful, because the food that we eat is not as good as it used to be many years ago. So since the food is not good enough to give us what we need, that's why we need to take good supplements, very good nutrition, to help the body function the way it's supposed to function. And I'm gonna add this too: the compass blends, the oils, those roll-ons, the mix of the oils. These natural oils have been, I don't know what to say, like best partners to have. And I used to have anxiety attacks, and those are ones, those roll-ons, you have to take them with you everywhere you go. You know what I learned? I remember, and it was like when the pandemic started, I think. My kids doing school, I was like, hey, how about you put this roll on? Okay. And I don't think I don't have here the picture of the ones you put in the, maybe you have them there, Erica, in the diffuser. Yes, I prepared the diffuser, that one, with balance, put them close to them, and I was like, here, put the roll on. And you know what? Out of nowhere, another day, my girl started to asking me for the roll-ons. Mom, I need the roll-on. When they feel, let's say, scared they use it. So that taught me that, or it's not taught me because I've been learning, let's say, confirm what we've been learning about the mind and body connection. So what I love about this type of nutrition, adding to the everything I said, is that we're taking care, we have to take care of our brain, of our emotions, and what we put in there too, what we eat too, because our kids needs that too, okay? And why did I put Solleflex AC there? Because for everything that happens, if we cut, if they fall and they scratch their legs, if it burns, if they have burned, whatever, they know Solleflex, that's the cream that we're gonna use. And I'm gonna tell you something else, Erica. I remember my nephew, he's 19, I think, years old, and he was here for a couple of days, and I saw something, you know what, and I don't remember the name of that in English. He had something in his eye, you know, this
like a sty,
something like that. And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, I don't know, Titi. This happens all the time. And he has one on one. And he's like, it's not bad, I'm gonna tell you. It's not bad because sometimes it's really big. I'm like, come here. He was just here for a couple of days. Literally, it was like 2-3 days. I'm like, take this. And I went to my closet. Salt Clear, Solleflex PI, and the cream. Take that. And he was like, whoa, what are you giving me? I'm like, you know I love you. Take that. Look, in 3 days. Actually, the next day, he was like, Titi, what happened? It's not hurting. It's there, but it's not hurting anymore. I'm like, I'm telling you. So at the last day he was here, he was like, it's gone. I haven't talked to him, but I'm like, you see? So if you give the body what it's good, it's gonna do the job. The body is gonna do its job. Now, the last topic that I was saying at the beginning, it was lifestyle. Why am I saying lifestyle? We need to live this day by day. As I say, the system that we live in, it's crazy right now. The news, even the news affects our kids. We know all that we live in right now. So we need to set an example for them. If we involve our kids with nature, if we take them for a walk, if we help them make a connection, walk in the grass barefoot, go to the beach, enjoy the stars, talk about it, practice breathing with them, take them for a run, sit down and read a book, but the physical book. If we do that, they're gonna learn that and they're gonna see that it's good for them. Because what we see right now is totally different that we can see maybe in pictures years ago, many years ago, maybe our grandmothers or grandfathers, right? They talked about. And that's what we're missing, okay? So we have to make this as a lifestyle. It's not something, I'm not saying that we're gonna be boring, you know, no, now I have to sit and read a book and no, make it fun. Do activities. There's a lot of things that we can do. And now with the internet, we can Google, what can we do with the kids these ages, right? Different things. And we can be connected with friends like Erica, that we're here to help. We are here to show and teach what we learn. And we are here even showing that what is being helping, right? So we have to set a lifestyle. We have to set a change in our lives in order to help our kids. They're gonna think that maybe, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be pretty easy because they need to learn. Okay, they're not gonna like it at first. Maybe they're not gonna see why is it good at first. But over the years, they're gonna know, they're gonna say thank you, and we're gonna be happy about it. And this is the last picture. I read this and I love it. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney said that. So we see pictures, we see videos. Oh my goodness, I like to do that. Oh, that's good. Let's start working, because the time is now. Our kids grow so fast. They grow up so fast, and if we don't do something, we're not gonna be able to help them, and they're gonna pass that on when they're older, when they get married, when they have their families. They're gonna pass that on. So I just encourage everybody to jump in with us and to keep learning about how can we help our families, our kids, everybody about this, because this is a lifestyle and you're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it. What do you say, Erica?
I loved all of that, and you had such great suggestions on how to incorporate with kids and to teach them why and everything else. And I just loved all of those things, because I know as an adult, even working with my children, sometimes I'm just like, take it because I said, right? And so I love those suggestions, because it's really a great reminder to educate them too. We're not the only ones that need to be educated, right? Educate them too, and teach them how to listen to their bodies and how to incorporate these things so they know what's really good for them, right? And so they can begin to recognize that as they grow up. And so I loved all of your suggestions. And if you're brand new with us tonight, and you're wondering more about the suggestions that she has talked about tonight, I definitely encourage you, get back with the person who invited you tonight and talk to them. They have a program, and what we do is we combine the amazing products that are provided by Soul Naturals, and then we combined incredible programs that are proven and effective with incredible people who are here to guide you with open service hearts. And we want you to we want to be there in your journey of transformation. Now, of course, we can't do it for you. I always tell people, if I could come to your house and take your supplements for you, I mean, the whole world would be healed already, right? But that's not the way it works, right? We can't do it for you, but we are here to answer all of your questions and to help you along your journey so that you'll never feel alone in this journey. And I think that's one of the most important things. It's one of the most empowering things, is that you're never alone in this journey. So tonight, after listening to that presentation, I've decided that tonight's giveaway is going to be this set of Compass blends. And so the way you got entered into this drawing is when you got your ticket, your registration. So we have it. I have entered all of your names on the wheel, and I'm going to spin the wheel here in just a second. And so what I'm going to encourage you is, we have more workshops coming up the rest of the week. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about increasing your productivity and focus and energy. And we also have a special question and answer session with Blake Christensen. It's going to be all about quality and how we test the products. And then tomorrow night, we have an incredible presentation with Miss Lydia Ferrantino, and she's going to be talking all about libido and hormonal balance. And it's going to be a fantastic presentation. And I know that's something that, especially women, we don't talk about in public very often. So this is going to be an excellent opportunity for you to come and learn and get a lot of great information without in a safe space, right? Without having to maybe, talk publicly with somebody else. And then of course, Friday morning, we have another incredible presentation. We're actually going to be talking about the dark side of the supplement industry. And I'm going to come on with Greg Halliday, our president and CEO. So my background, I originally started my career in biomedical research. I researched drugs for a living for pharmaceutical companies. And so I'm going to have a great chat with Greg on Friday, all about the dark side of the supplement industry and ingredients and why we use certain formulations. And that's going to be an incredible presentation. I'm super excited about it. And then Friday night, 9:30 Eastern, we have the one and only Dr. Allison Caldwell Andrew.
Wow.
coming on to talk all about modern women challenges and what we're facing in this world. And she's going to give us some real life practical tips and tools and strategies that we can implement right now with a mind body approach to be able to deal with this modern world, because this is not the same world that we were dealing with you know, in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So she's going to come on and share that. I definitely encourage you, share this event with your friends. This information is free, and share it with your friends and invite them to come on. And we will be doing incredible giveaways every single night. So like I said, we're giving this away. It is all 4 blends. This is brand new, hasn't been opened. And so all 4 blends, and this is what we're giving away today. And so let's see who wins this. And it says Ruby Lopez. Ruby Lopez, I will get your address to make sure that you get your Compass Blends mailed out to you right away. So this is really exciting. This is an amazing gift. This was actually sponsored by our specialists here within Soul Empire. And so this is an incredible gift, and you're going to love them. And I'm super excited to get them to you.
Amazing gift.
Again, invite your friends, because we're going to give away fun stuff all week, and we're going to also learn a lot of great things all week. And I don't know a single woman or even man in the world who doesn't need this information, right? We all need this information, and we all would want to share it with somebody that we love. So I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your night tonight to come and learn with us. I also want to thank you, Jenny, for giving us your time and giving us this incredible presentation, because it's been absolutely wonderful. I know I got notes, and I can't wait to go and talk with friends about some of the tips and strategies that you shared with us tonight. I totally appreciate it. Thank you.
And you know what? You said something to finish up. You said something about yourself that happens to the kids too, because that's how body works. You said with vital, then your body wants that, right? That happens to my daughter too. She doesn't like the drinks. I'm gonna be honest. It's not something for her taste that she likes. But you know what she told me once? Mama, can you give me the blue drink? It's not blue, the drink, but she says about the little bag, right? I'm like, yeah, why? She asking me for a drink. And I was like, why? Mama, when you give me that, I sleep so good. So you see, her body was asking for the drink. Our body needs stuff. So that's why I remember that, Erica.
Absolutely, absolutely true. I will give you, I know we're over time, but I will give you a real quick testimonial also at Vital. 4 years ago, my bonus grandson was born, and all throughout her pregnancy, she was sick, and she couldn't keep anything down, and she was running fevers all the time. And so I would give her Vital, and she couldn't stand it. It would make her gag. But we would just give it to her a little bit at a time. Like we would freeze it in ice cubes and just put it in her water. So it was a little bit amount all throughout the day. And when she was taking Vital, her fevers would go away.
Wow.
And she was feeling a little better. Now she was still sick, but she would feel just a little bit better, like she was getting through her pregnancy. Well, after a while, she just stopped taking the Vital because she just decided that she didn't need it anymore. And since she didn't really love it, she kind of stopped. Well, 2 weeks later, she ends up with her blood is septic. She ended up going in for an emergency C-section, and my bonus grandson was born 8 weeks early. And the doctor was pretty amazed, because the level of infection that she had in her body, he couldn't figure out why it wasn't why it hadn't started way earlier. And here at this point, the only thing that she was doing
Vital.
The Vital, and it was kind of doing the work without her even knowing it. And so it's pretty amazing. I know that after she ended up coming home, she got back on the Vital during her breastfeeding and everything else, so that she could re-heal her body, because in the hospital, of course, they pumped her up with tons of antibiotics and all the things. So
that cleans your blood.
Yeah, and it was absolutely incredible. She ended up, because of the sepsis, she ended up with 2 blood transfusions and everything else. So it was a lot of time to regenerate her body. But it definitely really opened my eyes to even a little bit at a time, just doing a
Yes.
little bit at a time will help our body to ward off other things that can be really, really
Yes.
challenging.
It's better little than nothing.
Right, right.
So it's
And
good.
even with our kids, like if with
Yes.
our kids, and we just get them the little, just like you said, if you just give them that little capful, it's just
And
so
we can do different stuff, as you said, maybe like a popsicle, maybe, infatuate for me is good to put it in a shake. My kids love shake. Okay, I'll make a shake, almond milk, because I use almond milk. But I put infatuate. You can do like oatmeal with the cinnamate. There are a lot of ways that we can do stuff like that.
Mhm.
So we just need to give them what they need.
Right, right. I definitely agree with you. And I appreciate you sharing all of your information tonight. So,
Thank you,
again,
Erica.
thank you so much, everybody, for staying with us. I know we went just a little bit over time, but I feel like all of the information was so super valuable. And again, invite your friends to the rest of these sessions. So, I
That's good.
appreciate you guys for jumping on tonight. And thank you so much, Jenny. Have a great night.
Thank you.